Theo Dorsey here with head coach of the West Boca Bulls, Dylan Potts. You are, about 24 hours away from kicking off the 6A state title game with your Bulls against Osceola. Just first and foremost, man, how has this ride felt just getting to this stage with this team that you just took over just a few years ago?
I mean, it's been a lot of, if you talk about the last 3 years, there's been a lot of work put in place to get to this point. But, specifically speaking on this season, we expected to be at this point. That was, we believe that we had the team, the roster, the support, the coaches, everything like that to really make it all the way. And, for us, it's just staying locked in for one more game. It's not letting up on it and not, obviously, we're glad we made it this far, but it's for us, the ride's not over. It's not just enough to make it this far. We want to go win it all tomorrow.
What was that? Be honest with me. What was that last play like? You're
Crazy.
at home. I'm sure that's not what you told the offense to do as you almost risked losing the state semifinal at the end. Just what were your emotions going through at that moment when you thought this could be slipping away?
It was a whirlwind of it was honestly felt like I saw the last 3 years of work flash before my eyes as a kid running down the sideline. Like I said, it was you had it. We get the fourth down stop right there with about a minute 52, and most points it's pointing towards game's over, things like that. But we knew we had to go get one more first down. So it was at that point, it's just hey, but also on the other end, Southbridge knows we have to run the ball as well too. So we can't be very creative. We have to, kind of be very conservative and just stay in bounds and get what we get. And like I said, I mean, Jordan Waters, I told him I told him in meetings on Monday when we watched it, I said that, that's going to go down as the best play in school history. And I thought after last year, I told Kyle Andrews the same thing. I didn't think we could ever suppress that Hail Mary finish. So it's, like I said, it's just the kids kept playing, and that's something we've always preached. Playing until the refs tell us we're done.
Yeah, and just to be able to track him down, make the play, literally a game of inches there, and here we are at the 6A state title game. I know that you haven't, right, experienced all of it. This isn't your state title drought, but Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast hasn't seen the state championship since 2013, over a decade. What do you think it would mean to this area for y'all to break that streak so, us talking head media folk can stop pointing out that year and we can reset it to 2024?
Well, I think it'd be great for the county because, I know we all know up this way that there's a lot of great football in this area, the Treasure Coast area, everywhere, Vero Beach, a lot of really good football teams. And like I said, at times though, you get the Broward and Dade that think it's only teams in Broward and Dade can play. So I think it's very, I think this year has been great, for teams like ourselves, Atlantic, Cardinal Newman, some of the teams that have really done very well to bring that notoriety back to Palm Beach County. So, and we believe that, like I said, we're not just doing this for us as well too, but we want to just, we want to help, bring back that spotlight to Palm Beach County.
You talked about how these past 3 years, this is, all of that work has led up to this. When you took over West Boca, it wasn't like y'all were on the precipice, right? Like this was a 1-9 program in 2021. What changed? What have y'all been able to do? What is your staff? I know you have some NFL guys on there like Jacoby Ford. How have y'all been able to change the narrative, change the program, and not just make this like a competitive team, but again, a team that's one win away from the ultimate goal?
Well, I mean, I think it always starts with the kids. We had a really good class of kids, that 26 class that are now juniors. They came in and they played a lot of snaps and started as freshmen. And like you said, you take some of them lumps and losses early on when they're freshmen. And we knew when this class was about to be juniors, it's going to be a time to really go do something, and not just for this year. We believe we've set it up in a way that we can make a run at it for a long time. And that's all credit to the kids because we just worked. I tell everyone, I know it sounds very cliche, but it really is. I mean, when I sit back and think about the hours we put in as a team, as a staff, as a program over the last 3 years, it's countless. And I tell the kids all the time, we're not going to not win because someone outworks us. We got to be the least we can do is be the hardest working team. If we do that, I think we give ourselves a chance to be sitting in this position right now.
And that position is again with an opportunity to win over Osceola Friday 12:30 kickoff at Pitbull Stadium at FIU to be able to win the state championship game. You talked about that junior class. The question that you've gotten probably more than anybody, anything you've been asked over the past decade of your life is JV Mallory going to play? I'm not going to ask is he going to play or not. Is he going to be in pads and a helmet ready to go in case that game time coach's decision is a yes?
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at it tomorrow morning early, and kind of see how he feels. before walkthroughs, after walkthroughs, and kind of make that decision a little bit around kickoff. Not necessarily kickoff, but about an hour before the game, and kind of see where he's at. And if he goes, obviously, I think we know what he brings to the table. And if he doesn't, we're going to be ready. Like I said, and, we got to those three young backs behind him have done a great job, coming in and not just being a backup, but really taking on a very large role with what Jaden Lockhart's done the last couple of weeks. 20 plus carries, 150 plus yards the last couple of games. Ja'Cory McCrary, leading receiver last week as a running back out of the backfield. So, we got all the faith in the world, even if Javian's not able to go tomorrow, that we can still get the job done.
Again, Dylan Potts, head coach West Boca, joining us here on ESPN 106.3. And what are the unintended consequences of Javian's inability to be able to play as many games this year as he did? I mean, again, we're talking about a kid that has an offer to go anywhere in the nation to play running back. We're talking about the kid that, as a sophomore, won the Palm Beach County's Lou Groza Award Player of the Year. Like a lot of unprecedented things he's been able to do so far with y'all. But it seems like y'all have found a way to still have a highly productive offense around him. Like, has it kind of helped some of those younger guys getting those reps, getting those touches in high leverage moments, making y'all feel more just like a deeper team?
No, absolutely. And that's something we preached, that's how we did it last year. And we even took it to a further step this year of playing a lot of kids. I mean, I think when you think of West Boca, it's not just a one-man show. I mean, we play four running backs, we play two quarterbacks, we play a lot of receivers, we play eight offensive linemen at a time. On the defense, we play eight D linemen, we play six or seven DBs. So we wanted to create depth. And that's why, I think you see a lot of teams that make, not just at the high school level, but at the college and NFL level, the deepest teams usually have a chance to go the furthest because at some point, injuries are part of the process. So we want to create that where we have to rely on a kid. It's not the first time he's getting snaps in the state championship game. So, I think that depth and just getting those kids and sharing a lot of snaps early on in the year has really paid dividends for us this postseason.
Your defense has had four shutouts this year. Y'all are, of course, 14-0. Y'all are allowing under 10 points a game. But again, a lot of times when you talk about West Boca, people focus on the offensive side. You like to say y'all hang y'all's hat on defense. That Osceola team is known for putting up points. I think they got like 41 in the state semis. Like, what is that going to be like? A huge strength of yours versus a huge strength of theirs, duking it out for the ultimate prize.
Well, I always say something's got to give. Something's got to give. Tomorrow at 12:30. But I have all the faith in the world in our defense. It's like I said, our defense is not only has talent all over the field and high level talent, but they get excellent coaching. Like I said, they're very well prepared. Like I said, I know Osceola is a good team, and I always say when you play good teams and you play good players like Tavion Swift, it's not, hey, how do you hold them to 0 yards? How do you contain those guys? How do you keep them under control? Great players are always going to get theirs. And so for us, it's just keeping four in check, on defense and just playing our style of football. Just reading our keys, doing what we've been doing. And I think that's the biggest message to the kids. It's been all week is we're trying to keep this situation in this week as normal as possible. It's even last night we're in pads still. Hey, it's kind of you think, oh, it's a Wednesday walkthrough for the state championship. We're not going to change up what's got us here. We knew we are playing a run first physical team, so we're going to have 3 hard days of practices to get ready for that. So it's just keeping it as everything as normal as possible in a week like this.
Do the Bulls have the best staff in the state? I mean, you again, you look at the names on it, you look at the history behind some of those names. It feels like y'all are at least in contention for that.
Yeah, like I said, you have a ton of guys that have NFL experience, 9+ guys with Division 1 experience, but more than that is a great group of guys as well too. And it's been a lot of the same guys over the last 3 years, which is hard to see in Palm Beach County and in the state of Florida in general, where you don't get a lot of guys, you get a lot of switches on staffs and things like that. So we've done a great job of staying together with this ultimate goal in mind. It's always the kids first, and I think every one of us have that mentality. Hey, it's the kids first, and I think having a staff that's been able to kind of grow together the last 3 years is now also paying dividends. And another big part of it is we have a principal and administration that we have 9+ guys in the building. Which is in Florida a little bit different. I know you see it in Texas and Ohio and Georgia and things like that, but in Florida it's not the normal. So we have all our guys in the building around the kids all day. So it's a good setup that we have here. And like I said, that just goes back to the support of some of the behind the scenes stuff that makes this thing possible.
Got you. What are the school's plans? It's a Friday, right? It's an afternoon. Is there going to be some kind of let out of student buses or whatnot? What do you know on that end?
Yeah, I think right now I think they have a lot of kids that signed up for a fan bus, everything like that. So we're going to be very well attended. I was actually listening to Osceola's coach talk the other night on one of the shows too, and I believe they're doing a lot of fan buses. So it should be a lot of kids down there. And it's good. It's good for the school. Like I said, I want this moment to be for the school and for the program and for the community, not just for our team specifically. And I think they're a driving force to what's helped get us to this point. So, like I said, I'm just very happy that they can kind of come be a part of this tomorrow as well.
Can you fill in the blank for me here? West Boca wins the state title if,
If we just show up and do what we've been doing, if we show up and do what we've been doing, we're gonna be fine tomorrow. So,
and that's what we wouldn't expect anything different. Again, 14-0 West Boca Bulls, head coach Dylan Potts. I appreciate your time. Safe travels out there to FIU Stadium, and all, or excuse me, Pitbull Stadium at FIU, and we're looking forward to seeing a great game from you.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.